Let's look at the Punjab team now. We were talking about Shreyas Iyer. I think their big plus this year, well, once again, they have a new captain. That's not surprising.
That's not surprising.
18 years, 20 captains or some such, I think.
Doesn't matter.
But
They've
yeah,
had-
it's
after a
crossed
while you
double
lose
figures. It's in double figures.
It's in double figures for sure. New coach as well, right? So new coach, new captain. Why does this happen with such alarming consistency?
Triumph of optimism.
Yeah.
That the coach signs a 4-year contract.
Wow.
A 4-year contract.
Or a very smart.
Very smart. I hope there's a clause in there somewhere. Look, it's become fashionable and we've all been guilty of it, of having a go at Punjab. And the reason is every year you look at that team and say, wow, man, they've got great players and they never qualify. You look at it this year, this is a team that if it gets it right, a lot of people don't want to play them.
Yeah.
Because they came into the auction with a lot of money. And look at that. They've got Marco Jansen and Arshdeep Singh to open the batting. This is, by the way, Australia's second
bowling,
11.
yeah.
There's a direct flight now being launched between Chandigarh and Australia.
Yeah, fair enough. So Amritsar, London already flies, so why not?
Yeah.
They've got Chahal, who's also a PTP player.
Yeah.
Maxwell, they've got a decent side, you know. Lockie Ferguson.
And lots of all-rounders. Just look at those all-rounders.
The guy I like won't play.
Stoinis, Jansen, Omarzai, 4 there. You also have somebody like Harpreet Brar. You have 5 decent all-rounders.
Okay, who are your 4 overseas in your first 11?
My gut feel is they'll go with Josh Inglis to open, but I'm hearing very good things about a young guy from Delhi called Priyansh Arya.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
they
if they give that kid a go, then they don't need Josh Inglis up there. They can play all those all-rounders in the middle. They might even be able to play Jansen and Lockie both. Lockie's not out with injury yet, no?
No.
No. So if he's there, they can play both Jansen and Lockie and then play 2 of those all-rounders. Maybe Stoinis and Maxwell, or maybe Stoinis and Omarzai, or Maxwell and Omarzai. They've got a lot of options there. Jansen at 7 is a powerful hitter. So the bowling is looking after itself with Chahal and Brar and these fast bowlers. So this is a side actually that could upset a few teams.
I'll tell you what I like about them.
Yeah.
What I like about them is Ricky Ponting and Shreyas Iyer coming together.
Yes.
That is a combination that we have seen in Delhi. We have seen they both rate each other very highly.
Yeah.
Right? So there you go. Shreyas said, I personally feel I didn't get the recognition I wanted after winning the IPL. Completely agree. I think that Shreyas should have got a lot more credit. And I'd say we'd all be, of course, we're all a party to that guilt, if that is, we're all guilty of that. Ricky Ponting said I was desperate to work with Shreyas again. We had a great working relationship at Delhi over a long period of time. I have
Half of
actually seen
18
that.
season, all of 19, 20 when they reach the finals.
Yeah.
So 19 they qualified.
Yeah.
For the first time in ages.
Yeah.
Then 20 they qualified.
20 they made the
got
finals.
to the final.
Yeah.
So they've done well together.
Yeah.
If Ponting and Shreyas are told this is your team, let's talk end of the season.
So here's my problem with that, right? My problem is that over all these years, we have seen that, again, this is a management lesson, right? That it's what Shah Rukh did in 2011, what the owners of Knight Riders did, where you said, we're going to get professionals and we're going to let them do the running of the team. And we see how well that worked out for. I feel like that somewhere in Punjab, I feel that doesn't happen. Yeah. And the testament to that is just the changing of the team management, the captain, etc. so often. And we've noticed this again and again. They get the squad right. They get the team right. They go off to a rollicking start. And somewhere mid-season, the wheels just come off.
The sum of the parts is always less than the whole.
Exactly. And that's what worries me with Punjab. That's what worries me every year with them. And unfortunately, that's been proven right every year. I hope that I'm proven wrong this year, that somehow they can magically just let these guys happen. But I feel like that may not happen, and that's why I have not given them a chance.
So they're fighting history. They're fighting history.
They're fighting history, and they're also fighting something which has just become almost like default system, right?
I agree. If you had to have a coach with a point to prove 11, it would be Ponting.
Yeah.
And if you had to have a captain, it would have been Shreyas Iyer. Both have points to prove. The only plus point I see for Punjab this year is, you're right, every year they pick great squads who underperform. The only plus I see there out here is that captain-coach relationship is already set. If you see the last 5 years of the captain-coach relationship, it's been fraught.
Yeah.
They've never had a great captain-coach relationship, Whether it's Rahul, what's happening with him. Every captain of Punjab is always looking over his shoulder. Captain-coach is fixed. I'm not saying the owner part of it is fixed, but if they get off to a decent start and the ownership feels...
Exactly. If they get off to a poor start, then suddenly everyone's demanding things of Ponting. Ponting's typical Aussie, strong character. He'll tell you things as it is.
He'll push back, yeah.
So if they start well, there's a lot of teams saying actually there are match winners there in that.
Yeah,
team,
I've seen them start well a few years and then kind
then
of sometimes the wheels just come off. So